Yo, what's good, y'all, bro? That was a great SmackDown. Just finished Friday Night SmackDown. That was a great SmackDown. Uh, MSG Garden, bro, in New York, and my boy Paul Heyman got packed up by Jacob Fatu, bro. My boy Paul Heyman got destroyed by the Bloodline 2.0, bro. The D2 crash outs. I mean, like, yo. And then, because at the beginning, them fools were supposed to be out of the arena. They were supposed to be arrested, bro. Nick Aldis got them fools arrested. And Kevin Owens, Cody, and Randy. Kevin Owens, Cody, and Randy got arrested. They all got arrested. And then somehow, they came back for the acknowledgement ceremony. Everybody's saying they acknowledged Solo Sikoa. And then Paul Heyman couldn't do it. Paul Heyman couldn't do it, bro. He still said he acknowledges his tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And then that's when he got packed on up, bro. Brody got packed up. And you hate to see it. And you hate to see it. But we about to see what's going on in the Money in the Bank next week. Next Saturday in Toronto, Canada. And so first we're going to start off with the World Heavyweight Championship. Bro, this was a sad one, bro. Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins coming back 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Challenging for the world title. I'm surprised he even came back this fast. I'm surprised he even came back this fast, but I was gonna say Damian Priest for sure. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Because they haven't really made Damian like that guy to beat that could go against a Gunther. You know what I mean? Because whoever wins this match will go face Gunther at SummerSlam. I don't see Damian facing Gunther at SummerSlam. But two heels. I think they're gonna have to throw in a babyface. And then with everything going on with Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio and JD and Liv just won JD and Finn. JD and Finn, the tag titles. And Damian accepted the challenge that if Seth Rollins beats Damian is out of the Judgment Day. And I think that changed my mind. I was like, you know what? I think Liv is gonna cost Damian the match, or try to help, quote unquote, help Damian win the match. But then ultimately, it costs him the match. Seth Rollins wins the world title back, and Damian's kicked out of the Judgment Day. I think Damian gets kicked out of the Judgment Day and gets turned into a babyface. Seth Rollins will go into SummerSlam as world champion and will immediately lose it to Gunther. And so that Gunther can walk into Bash in Berlin as world champion. That's exactly what I think is going on, bro. Because that's the only logical thing that can happen right here. So I have Seth Rollins beating Damian, bro. Before 2 weeks ago, before Seth Rollins came back, I didn't have him losing. I didn't have Damian losing until SummerSlam, but I actually have Seth Rollins winning the title back. Next up, we got the Women's Money in the Bank. Io Sky versus Naomi versus Lyra Valkyria versus Chelsea Green and versus Tiffany Stratton versus another member that will be announced on Raw. There's one more qualifying match on Raw, last second qualifying match on Raw. I have no clue who it was going to be. I don't even know who. I forgot who even was left. But whoever it is, I don't think is going to win. It's going to be, I don't know. I don't think they pulled the trigger on Lyra yet. But she has been impressing. She has been impressing and been cooking on Raw. She has been cooking since she got called up from NXT. Definitely not Io or Naomi. It's going to come down to Chelsea Green or Tiffany Stratton. It's going to come down to Chelsea Green, because Chelsea Green will be a good one because it's in Canada, her home country or whatever. And it's going to be a big pop. It's going to be a big pop when she wins it. And then Tiffany Stratton, I mean, it's just Tiffany Stratton. I mean, it's just Tiffany Stratton. Do I have to tell you anything else? So I'm actually going to cheat and go with two people. I'm going to go with either Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green. Both can benefit being Miss Money in the Bank, and both can be that, that chicken heel who can beat Bayley at SummerSlam or at a SummerSlam, or it can, because what you could do is SummerSlam you can have Nia and Bayley. I don't think you should do this to Nia, but you could do Nia and Bayley at SummerSlam. Nia wins, and then have a Tiffany or a Chelsea win or cash in right after. But I don't think they should do that, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you could do that, but I do think it's got to be either Tiffany or Chelsea, and I can't choose, bro. I can't choose between the two. Next up is the men's Money in the Bank. Men's Money in the Bank is a lot better. It's a lot easier to choose. We got Chad Gable getting terrorized by the Wyatt Six. We got Carmelo Hayes. We got Sheamus. We got main event Jey Uso, Andrade, and Ludwig Kaiser. Now let's go down the line. We'll start from the right. Oh, no. We could go with Chad Gable. Let's start with Chad Gable. Chad Gable, I think he can benefit from the Money in the Bank, but I think with the whole Wyatt Six thing, I think the Wyatt Six there could be a lot of involvements, like interruptions in this match. And it could start with the Wyatt Six. Somebody from the Wyatt Six, Uncle Howdy or Dexter Lumis or not Luke Harper. What's his name? Eric Rowan come out and distract them. Even Abby the Witch come out and distract him or whatever, costing him the match. Or he could just win it. And rock with the Creed brothers. But I think they're done with Chad Gable. Though. They already set an example with Chad Gable. But he could be a good one. Another one that could be a good one would obviously be Carmelo Hayes, bro. Carmelo Hayes coming up from NXT this year. Been cooking. He has been having a little mishaps on the mic here and there, but for the most part, he's just been cooks in the ring. And it will look great on his resume as soon as he gets on the main roster a couple months later, he wins the Money in the Bank. Because, Melo was him. Sheamus, I don't think Sheamus needs this at all. Sheamus don't need this at all. He needs to start worrying about going after the Intercontinental Championship again, because that's the only championship he hasn't won. So I think he should focus on that. Then we got Jey Uso. Jey Uso is a highly favorite. Easy Brandon. Yeet in the bank. Kid, slap a big old yeet on that Money in the Bank and call it a day. Andrade, and I'm just not feeling it with Andrade, bro. I'm actually not feeling it with Andrade, bro. And Ludwig Kaiser. Again, Ludwig Kaiser, I just don't think it's his time yet. Definitely not in the Money in the Bank. I don't know. But, so it all comes down to either Chad Gable or Jey Uso. It comes down to Chad Gable and Jey Uso. And I think I'm going to have to go. I think Chad Gable is really focused on the Intercontinental Championship and not really the World Championship. The only people that are really focusing on the World Championship right now in this whole thing is Jey Uso. Really, it is Jey Uso, the one that's really trying to focus on the World Championship. And he's really the only one in a World Championship picture. So I think Jey Uso is going to actually win. I actually do think Jey Uso is going to win. And the thing about the Money in the Bank and he having a year to cash it in is that he can wait it out. He can wait it out throughout the summer. He cannot cash it in on Gunther or Damian or Seth, depending on who has the title at SummerSlam and Bash in Berlin. He can wait throughout the whole year, and he can cash it in sometime next year, before the first 5 months of next year. or no, the first 4 months of next year. So I think you should give it to Jey Uso because he's the only one over here that I think can carry the briefcase long enough for us still to get a Gunther run. Because I think, but here's the thing though, this dude creates a problem because if Jey Uso wins, that means that Gunther is not carrying the title, or not. Yeah, Gunther's not carrying that title for a long time. He gotta at least carry the title for a year. He gotta at least carry the world title for a year, because he's definitely beating Seth or Damian. He's definitely beating both Seth or Damian at SummerSlam and walking into Bash in Berlin as champion against Ilya. So I don't know when Jake cashes in. That's gonna cause the whole year thing causes Gunther's title run to be not as long as the rest of them. But I do think, I mean, if I had to choose another one to be Chad, it would be Chad Gable. But I think it's definitely going to be Jey Uso. The only way you don't have Jey Uso win, and it makes sense, is if you have Jey Uso join into the bloodline, situation. But other than that, Jey Uso definitely got to win that, man. Next up, man, we got Sami Zayn in his hometown, in his home country of Toronto, Canada, for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. We got Sami Zayn versus Bron Breakker. Now, here's the thing. Are they done with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable? Are they done with Chad Gable and the IC title right now? Because if they are, you can have a Bron Breakker win. You can have a Bron Breakker win and solidify himself as this beast, because he's been on the roster for 3 to 4 months, and he already won a title, and the Intercontinental Championship is a great title for him to start off with. But that would cause Sami to lose. There's no way Sami loses. I don't think there's any way that Sami loses in his hometown. So here's what I think, bro. Sami Zayn is gonna win, is gonna retain. Chad Gable gets with the Creed brothers, turn heel with the Creed brothers, even though he already is, but he's gonna really turn heel with the Creed brothers. And then at SummerSlam, it's Sami Zayn and Chad Gable for the last time, and Chad Gable is gonna win. Chad Gable is gonna win. So I think Sami Zayn will retain. Hey, Bron is up next up though. And then to end it all off, man, with these fools, with these juvenile delinquents, we got the American Coaster Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, taking on the D2 Crash Outs of Solo Sikoa, the infamous Tonga Tonga, and Tonga Loa, and then Jacob Fatu. This could set up a lot of speculation. There was speculation that Roman might show, or The Rock might show up on SmackDown today, but he obviously didn't. So there's speculation that The Rock or Roman Reigns shows up at Money in the Bank, and either if The Rock does it, then he's gonna cost Cody and them the match, or somebody else debuts. But I think, what's his name? Zilla. I think Zilla is another dude, but the dude got another dude that could come out. I don't know. They got a lot of dudes over there, bro. They got a lot of dudes at Samoan that they just pick out. But I do think somebody else comes in, costs Cody and the boys the match. Or you could have Cody and the boys. Nah, I don't think you can. You can't have the Bloodline lose right now. You can't have the Bloodline lose, especially when they get packed up that boy Paul Heyman, bro. They packed up that boy Paul Heyman today. I think you got to have the D2 solo in the weekends, solo in the backup dancers win on this one, man. And Jacob Fatu, Yeah, Jacob Fatu. He's going to be the difference maker, bro. He's going to be the star in this match. He's 1,000% going to be the star in this match, man. And he's going to outshine Solo like he already is. But anyways, that's my prediction for Money in the Bank next Saturday, live in Toronto, Canada. What y'all think? There's a lot of toss-ups in this PLE. The next PLE after this, we're going way over to Ohio, to Cleveland, Ohio for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is going to be great, bro. SummerSlam is shaping up to be an amazing event. With Roman Reigns maybe returning, hopefully, and everything. I mean, he is scheduled, but yeah, man, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Who you got in these matches? If you like views, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. I'll see y'all for Money in the Bank. Peace.